everyone. Welcome back to Talksy English, Listen and Speak. I'm your host, Sarah, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co host, David.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, everyone. I'm actually a little bit covered in dog hair today, so I'm feeling very on brand for our topic.
Oh no, did Buster decide to give you a furry hug right before we started recording?
Exactly. He's a golden retriever, so hugging is basically his full-time job. Anyway, I'm super excited to talk about pets today.
Me too. Animals are such a huge part of our lives. But before we dive in, let's look at that phrase David used on brand.
Yeah, when something is on brand, it means it fits perfectly with the image or the topic we are talking about.
Like talking about pets while covered in pet hair. It's perfect. So, David, are you a total animal person?
Oh, 100%. I grew up in a house that was basically a mini zoo. We had dogs, cats, a hamster that was a master of escape.
A master of escape? You mean he kept getting out of his cage?
Oh, all the time. His name was Houdini. He'd just vanish. We'd find him 3 days later inside a shoe or behind the fridge.
That's hilarious. I think most people have a pet fail story like that. My family had a parrot that learned to mimic the sound of the microwave.
No way. Actually, that sounds incredibly annoying for your mom when she's cooking.
It was. She would run to the kitchen thinking the food was ready, but it was just the bird laughing at her.
Birds are so smart, it's almost scary. By the way, Sarah, did you use the word mimic there?
I did. To mimic means to copy the way someone speaks or the sound something makes.
That's a great word for English learners. My parrot mimics my voice. Simple and useful.
Exactly. But having a pet isn't just about funny noises and cute hugs. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh, tell me about it. The puppy phase with Buster it was a learning curve. Let's put it that way.
Oh, learning curve. That's a good expression. It means the time it takes to learn a new difficult skill.
Yeah, and my skill was learning how to keep my shoes from being eaten. He destroyed 3 pairs of sneakers in 1 week.
3 pairs? David, you have to keep them in the closet.
I know. I learned the hard way. But that's the thing about pets. They teach you patience, right?
They really do. And they provide so much comfort. Do you think people who have pets are generally happier?
I think so. There's actually a term for it, emotional support. It's the comfort and help you get from a friend, or in this case, an animal.
I totally agree. Whenever I'm stressed, just sitting with my cat, Luna, helps me wind down.
Wind down. That's another great one. It means to relax after a very busy or stressful day.
Exactly. You just sit there, pet the cat, hear the purring, and suddenly work emails don't seem so important.
Unless the cat jumps on your keyboard and accidentally sends a JKFDLSAF email to your boss.
That's actually happened to you?
Not to me, but a friend of mine. Her cat deleted a whole presentation. Talk about a disaster.
Oh, I would cry. But, that's the risk you take, right? They're members of the family, even the naughty ones.
For sure, even when they're acting up, which means behaving badly, we still love them.
Acting up. I love that. My cat acts up every morning at 5 a.m. because she wants breakfast.
Buster does the same. He just stares at me. No barking, just intense staring until I wake up.
It's like they have a built in alarm clock, but it's always set way too early.
So true. So, for our listeners, do you have a pet that wakes you up? Or maybe a funny pet fail story?
I'd love to hear those. It's such a great way to practice English, telling stories about your daily life.
Definitely. Using simple past tense to talk about what your pet did, like he ate my shoes or she jumped on the table.
It's the best way to learn. But wait, David, we haven't even talked about exotic pets yet.
Oh boy, you mean like snakes or spiders? I'm not sure I'm brave enough for that.
Me neither. I'm definitely more of a fluffy animal person. Snakes are a bit too smooth for me.
Smooth is a nice way to put it. I think I'll stick to the dogs and cats for now.
Fair enough. Let's take a quick breath here. We've already covered so many great words.
We have on brand, mimic, learning curve, wind down, and acting up. Not bad for the first few minutes.
So, David, we were talking about how pets are like family, but let's get real for a second. It's not all cuddles and cute photos, right?
Oh, absolutely not. It's a huge commitment. That's a big word, but it just means a promise to do something for a long time.
Exactly. You can't just hit pause on a dog when you want to go on vacation or if you're feeling lazy on a rainy Sunday.
Tell me about it. Rain or shine, Buster needs his walk. If I don't take him out, he gets the zoomies.
The Zoomies. I love that word. Can you explain what that means for our listeners?
Sure. The zoomies is when a pet, usually a dog or a cat, suddenly gets a burst of energy and starts running around the house like crazy.
Luna gets them at 2 a.m. She'll just sprint from the living room to the bedroom, jump on the bed, and sprint back.
It's like they have a tiny motor inside them that suddenly turns on. It's hilarious, but also a bit much at night.
It really is. But that brings up a good point about house training. That's a struggle many new pet owners face.
Oh, the struggle is real. House training means teaching your pet where it is okay to, well, go to the bathroom.
It takes so much patience. You have to be consistent, which means doing the same thing every single time so they learn.
I remember standing outside in the freezing cold for 20 minutes, just waiting for Buster to do his business.
Do his business. That's a very polite way to say it, David. Very British of you.
Well, we try to keep it classy on Talksy English. But seriously, it's those moments where you wonder, why did I do this?
But then they look at you with those pumpy dog eyes and you forget all about the cold and the messy floors.
Puppy dog eyes. That's a classic idiom. It means a look that is so cute and sad that you can't say no to them.
I use that look on my husband when I want him to do the dishes. It works every time.
I bet it does. But speaking of saying no, what about feeding them? Do you spoil Luna with treats?
Oh, she is definitely spoiled. When you spoil someone, or a pet, it means you give them too much of what they want.
Buster is the same. He knows exactly where the treat jar is. He'll sit in front of it and whimper until I give him one.
Whimper. That's a low, sad sound that dogs make, right? Like a quiet cry.
Exactly. It's a very effective guilt trip. A guilt trip is when someone makes you feel bad, so you do what they want.
Our pets are master manipulators, David. They know exactly how to get what they want from us.
They really do. But honestly, even with the zoomies and the whimpering, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Me neither. There's a special bond there. Have you ever heard of the term rescue pet?
Yes, a rescue pet is an animal that was saved from a bad situation or taken from a shelter instead of bought from a store.
I think that's so wonderful. Giving a second chance to an animal that needs a home is a very rewarding experience.
Rewarding means it makes you feel satisfied and happy because you did something good.
Exactly. My sister rescued a senior dog, an older dog, and he is the sweetest thing in the world.
Senior dogs are great because they are usually a bit more mellow. They don't have the zoomies as often.
Mellow means relaxed and calm. That sounds like the perfect pet for someone who likes to relax on the couch.
That sounds like me on a Friday night. Just me, a movie, and a mellow dog. Perfect.
You're making me want to get another pet, David. Stop it. David, we've talked a lot about our furry roommates at home, but what about the animals in the wild?
Oh man, I'm actually a huge fan of nature documentaries. You know, the ones with the deep, dramatic voices?
And here we see the lion waiting for its lunch. Is that your David Attenborough impression?
Spot on. That was a perfect impression. That's when you copy the way someone famous talks or acts to be funny.
It's so fun to do. But seriously, seeing animals in their natural habitat is a completely different experience.
Natural habitat. That's a fancy way of saying the place where an animal naturally lives, like a forest, a desert, or the ocean.
Exactly. I went on a trip to a national park last year and I saw a bear from a distance. My heart was racing.
Whoa, my heart was racing? That's a great way to describe being very excited or a little bit scared.
I was definitely both. I was in awe of how big it was, but I also wanted to make sure I was very far away.
Being in awe means you feel great respect and wonder. I felt that way when I went whale watching.
Whale watching, that's on my bucket list.
Oh, a bucket list is a list of things you want to do before you grow too old to do them.
Exactly. So, how was it? Did you actually see a whale jump out of the water?
We did. This massive humpback whale did a breach. That's when they jump almost completely out of the water.
No way! That must have been breathtaking.
It really was. Breathtaking means something is so beautiful or amazing that it feels like you can't breathe for a second.
I think if a whale jumped next to my boat, I'd be breathtakingly wet from the splash.
True, we were definitely soaked. When you are soaked, you are completely wet, like you just fell in a pool.
That's a funny image. But even wild animals can be found in the city sometimes.
Oh, you mean like squirrels and raccoons? We call them critters where I'm from.
Critters. That's such a cute word. It's just a casual way to talk about small animals or insects.
In my neighborhood, the raccoons are like a gang. They literally knock over the trash cans every Tuesday night.
They are so sneaky. They have those little hands that look like they're wearing gloves.
Sneaky means doing things in a quiet or secret way so nobody sees you. They're definitely the ninjas of the animal world.
They really are. My mom calls them trash pandas because of the black circles around their eyes.
Trash pandas. That is the most accurate description I have ever heard.
It's funny how we give animals nicknames, right? Like calling a slow person a snail or a brave person a lion.
Oh, those are metaphors. We use animal traits to describe human behavior. It's very common in English.
Like busy as a bee. If I'm working really hard on my podcast scripts, I'm busy as a bee.
Or quiet as a mouse if you're trying to not wake up a sleeping baby.
Exactly. It makes the language so much more colorful, don't you think?
Definitely. It helps learners paint a picture in the listener's head.
Paint a picture. I see what you did there, using a phrase to explain why we use phrases. Very clever, David.
I try my best. But hey, Sarah, do you think people are becoming more eco-conscious about wild animals?
I think so. Eco-conscious means being worried about the environment and trying to protect it.
It's so important. We need to protect their homes so we can keep seeing those breathtaking moments.
100% agree. Even the sneaky trash pandas deserve a place to live, maybe just not in your trash can. Wow, David, we've covered a lot today, from your shoe-eating dog to the trash pandas in your neighborhood.
It's been a wild ride, Sarah. See what I did there? A wild ride is an expression we use for an experience that is very exciting or full of changes.
You're on fire with the funs today. But seriously, for our listeners who want to get involved with animals, what's your best actionable advice?
Actionable advice means practical tips that you can actually start doing right now. My first tip? Volunteer at a local shelter.
That's a great one. Even if you can't own a pet, you can still give back. Give back means to do something helpful for others or your community.
Exactly. You can walk dogs, clean cages, or just spend time petting the cats. It's so fulfilling.
Fulfilling, that's like rewarding, right? It makes you feel happy and satisfied deep down.
Spot on. And for those who are learning English, try watching nature documentaries with subtitles. It's a great way to pick up new vocabulary.
Oh, pick up. In this context, it means to learn something naturally or without a lot of effort.
I picked up so many animal names just by watching TV when I was a kid. It really works.
It does. So let's do a quick recap of some of our favorite phrases from today. David, do you remember the one about the eyes?
Oh, puppy dog eyes. That cute, sad look that makes it impossible to say no.
And we had the Zoomies for that crazy energy, and mellow for when they finally calm down.
Don't forget on brand and mimic from the very beginning. We really learned a lot of colorful language today.
We sure did. It makes me realize how much animals enrich our lives. To enrich means to improve the quality of something or make it better.
They definitely enrich mine, even if I have to buy new shoes every once in a while.
Poor David. Well, everyone, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Talksy English Listen and Speak.
Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And hey, tell us about your pets. Leave a comment or send us a message. We want to hear your pet fails and funny stories.
Yes, please. It's the best way to practice. Until next time, keep listening and keep speaking.
Bye, everyone. Happy learning.
Bye bye.